Right, it's time for the starting 11 prediction for Wednesday's first leg against Cluj in Romania. We obviously learned today that if we do manage to get past Cluj in this round, it will be Slavia Prague waiting for us in the playoff at home first. So that is a tremendously tough tie if we get there. But we've got a tough one to negotiate first, and it starts in Romania on Wednesday night. We'll start in goals as we always do. Scott Bain is going to continue there. He probably had his easiest afternoon as a Celtic goalkeeper on Saturday. A 7-0 victory. I don't remember him having a save to make really. I think all I can remember for St Johnstone is a cross that just evaded everybody. That was the only time Scott Bain really had anything to do. So Bain in goals. On the right back, we've seen a debut for Hatem El Ahmed on Saturday. He came off 5 minutes into the second half. Neil Lennon said it was just a dead leg, so I'm going to go with him. I think Neil Lennon will continue him in there. He should be okay if he's just had a dead leg. I think it's massively important for us to get a right back or someone who can play as a right back naturally in that position, because I think in the centre of the defences we're about to come on to, we want to get our strongest pairing in there. So on to centre half, I'm going to go with Christopher Ajer and alongside him Christopher Julien. Obviously Beaton's played a lot and he's done well, he's done fine, but he is playing out of position, and I just think in this game we're going to be tested. It's the toughest opposition we've came up against so far this season, so I think we need our strongest pairing in there. Yes, they've never played before together, but the quicker they play together the better and start to get a partnership going. I wouldn't be massively surprised to see Beaton and Ajer, but as I say, I think we need to see Ajer and Julien just to have that natural defensive experience that those two have. So I'll go with Ajer and Julien. On the left back, I think Bolingoli will continue. I was impressed with him on Saturday. Again, as I touched on with Bain, not defensively stretched at all, but I thought going forward he was good. I thought he linked up with Mikey Johnston on the left hand side a few times, a few great balls into the box. So positive performance from him. Again, you would expect him to be tested defensively on Wednesday night in Romania, so he'll have to be just as good coming back as he is going forward. So Bolingoli at left back. On to midfield, this is the position in the team where we've got most competition, but it's also the place in the team that right now picks itself. It's going to be Scott Brown, of course, captain in the team. Alongside him, Callum McGregor, and in front of him, the man of the moment, Ryan Christie. That midfield is so fluent just now. Scott Brown's doing a great job of staying deep and mopping things up. Callum McGregor is doing what Callum McGregor does, linking the play brilliantly, and Ryan Christie, everything he touches turns to gold. So hopefully that can continue for as long as possible. We've seen a brilliant hat-trick from him. I don't know the last time, I actually asked this on Twitter, don't know the last time somebody scored a hat-trick from outside the box for Celtic. He's just in a real purple patch at the minute, so hopefully he can continue that in this tie, because he's massive for us just now in terms of creating and scoring goals. So if he can continue his form, we've got a great chance in this tie. On the right hand side, James Forrest. I thought, obviously I've been saying throughout pre-season, I don't think he's at his best, but on Saturday he did manage to get 2 assists and we looked so good going forward, so Forrest will continue out there. And on the left hand side, I expect Mikey Johnston to continue on the left as well. I thought he was brilliant on Saturday again. We see he's got so much potential. He's very direct. He's got a goal in him. I thought his goal was brilliant. It's a ball into the channel for him for Ryan Christie. He's still got a bit to do. He's out wide. He's coming into the box. He turns the defender inside out twice, 3 times, and slots it away. Bags of potential, bags of quality. And again, if he can bring that level that we've seen in pre-season and in the first few qualifiers and against St Johnstone on Saturday into these bigger European ties, then we've got a real quality player on our hands. Up top, it's going to be Odsonne Edouard, who again I thought was selfless on Saturday. I thought he was very good. I thought his touches were brilliant. With the ball at his feet, he's just superb. We've seen that run that he had right before half time where he takes it by 4 or 5 St Johnstone players and smashes it in the side net in a fragment, and probably goal of the season. I think obviously we've seen Griffiths come on and get his goal as well and link up brilliantly with Edouard to set him up for his goal on Saturday. I think for this game away from home against a tougher opposition, we are just going to go with the one striker, and I think the way we're going forward and the way we attacked on Saturday, bodes really well. I think Neil Lennon will want the team to continue in that vein. Obviously, we'll have to be more mindful of the defensive responsibilities as a team because we are up against a tougher opposition. So I do expect it to be one up front. I expect that to be Edouard. We've got Griffiths on the bench. We've got lots of options for the bench, as we've seen on Saturday, with guys like Encham and Griffiths to come off the bench. So we've got options there for Neil Lennon to change it if he needs to. But I think the majority of that team from Saturday will continue because they're in such a good vein of form, and we need them to be right at the top of their game for this tie. That's the team I've went with. That's the team I think Neil Lennon will go with. As I say, the same team from Saturday, other than Julian coming in for Beaton. Let me know what you think. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're rapidly approaching 17,000, so the quicker we can get there, the better. We'll see you on Wednesday night for the post-match pint and Twitter reaction after the game. Thank you.